Hello punters. I've been wanting to make this log for a very long time, but somehow things have evaded me and I was not able to do it. But now I thought in my mind that it's high time that I get some other punters back into my fold. As a syndicate, we work much better as a team than as one individual alone. To tell you a little brief detail about myself, I was a former racing correspondent in Bangalore. I used to freelance for Deccan Herald and I used to freelance for some other magazines and papers here and there. I was also an understudy handicapper and learning from Mr. Bashir Khanna. Khanna Saab was a great handicapper in Bangalore. I also got an opportunity to work with Mr. Virender in Hyderabad. But unfortunately, the emoluments they offered me, the payments they offered me was a little on the low side. I couldn't manage with that. So I did not take up that offer. Mr. Surendra Reddy had given me that offer as I was working for him, looking after some of his restaurants and things. Now, I have had tremendous exposure to this game. Okay, I've spoken to Andy Bayer, I've known Tom Ainsley, and I've known Ray Talbot, and I don't know a hell of a lot of these guys. And Clive Holt, Clive Holt is one of those guys who was a cable jointer, and he became a multimillionaire doing some horses. He teaching you horses, and he was betting on horses, and he made millions. He was people like Sam Hill and Corals and all have literally banned him because they thought that he was too dangerous for them. And let me tell you, this is of course Clive Holt's book. You'll see it ulta over here, so you'll have to put in front of the mirror so that you can see it properly again to know exactly what it says over here. So it says, whatever it says at the bottom over there, a unique way to beat the bookmakers and whatever. So this book costs around $5,000, but within few minutes you'll be able to tell who the main contenders are in any race, because he's got this fine form rating formula which he gives you in this book. And if there is any punters out there who are interested in buying this book from me, I can give it to you at a reasonable price. It costs $5,000, 5,000 plus I think postage and all, maybe $6,000. But if you are a real die-hard punter and you really want to improve your punting skills, then this book would be ideal for you. Fantastic. And it has some fabulous information inside. And if you are interested in this book, please get in touch with me. I also have a Xerox copy of this book which I can give you at an even cheaper rate if you are interested, because I am not using these books right now. Okay, I finished reading these books and things like that and I am into my own stuff now. So if you are really interested in the book, I have got my phone number which will be over here in this video vlog, and you can please get in touch with me. I would love to talk to you, I would love to speak to you and enjoy with you guys. Actually, I used to make a lot of money in horse racing and things like that once upon a time, and then unfortunately I made so much in fact that I bought fancy cars and I had lovely things and super bikes and this and that, and I was living a very lavish life and flying all over the place and all, making money on horses. Unfortunately, I was suddenly diagnosed with prostate cancer. So this cancer became a big problem, and then I had to run around and I had to divert my attention from horse racing. There was no possibility of going and doing all those things. And after that, to add to it, in the year 2015 December, I suffered 2 heart attacks, and they had to put stents in my heart at Fortis Hospital and so many things. So health became a major issue. So it was not possible for me to go to the race course, get a book, because I need to look at the book. You see, once upon a time I used to use the original Whale books, but later on I found that original Whale was not really my cup of tea. I found Bowl to be a much better book, and Bowl today, more or less in 10 minutes, it tells me who the winner is most likely to be in a race. Okay, most likely. And if there is anybody in contention against it, well, that will be seen by me also. I was very friendly with both the brothers who ran original Whale, Selvam and Ashok. Ashok, poor fellow, he died in an accident in Chennai, and Selvam was the one, before the record book would come out, I used to go and meet him in that Davidson Road, Davidson Street or whatever it is in Paris, Pukade or whatever, and it was only 25 rupees at that time for the record book. And before anybody could get the record book, I would go tell Selvam, please Selvam, give me a book. And he would, he'd ask his man. He had only one man working over there, and that one man would put this book together, and within 2 hours it was ready and I would pick it up. So very sweet guy. Selvan's a very sweet guy, and I know the family, very nice people. And if when you look at original well, it's been there for years, and you know it looks like, oh, it's such a big thing and this, that, and the other big organization. But this place on Davidson Street is so tiny, it's just one little room, literally. And they have this old style of printing and all this kind of stuff. And I've also been to the other office, that is at Mumbai, the Bowl office. It was a small little office somewhere in Parel or something. I had been there once or twice, and I saw some guys working over there. Not much of a place. I think maybe your Delhi office may be a good one. But anyway, as I said, today I was watching the interviews by TCG on you know, the Bangalore Derby, Kingfisher Derby, and they had brought in some so-called experts or whatever who were supposed to be experts, and they're supposed to give their opinion on horses, and they were, you know, talking about horses, you know, class 3 and class 2 horses like, you know, Antibes and Rambunctious and Christopher Wren, and I don't know, horses that just had no class in them. I mean, these horses are going nowhere. These Antibes are going nowhere. Okay, you'll remember my words. There's no way these horses can be of any use in the days ahead. And the two main horses that were there, the real two good horses that were there, were Forest Flame and Lagarde. And in fact, if you, in my comment also over there on that feed, I had said over there it's Forest Flame versus Lagarde. It was as simple as that. There was nothing beyond that. The rest of it was all out of it. So whoever was looking for these horses and all must be really very bad punters. I wonder how much they lose every time they go to the races. And let me tell you, I watched that race very carefully, the Derby race. In this race, I saw that Trevor was having a very hard time. She didn't settle. Forest Flame didn't settle. She came in about 7 wide, 7 or 8 wide, and into the home straight. And she was pulling this side, pulling that side. She was not on the bit at any point of time. She was not running a race. She was just running like a hack. Lagarde, of course, Akshay did a great job. He took him to the front, and the horse just kept going, and he set his own pace, so he didn't have to worry about whether his horse could make it or not. So now it was all a matter of whether the other horses at the back could overcome this guy, and that didn't happen because, as I said, they were all third class, and the only one horse that was there was Forest Flame, but she was not in her element at all. But let me tell you, she finished on. I watched her finish on, which means that if they go to Bombay and these same horses tussle with each other again, most likely she will be the winner if Suleiman is able to get her on the bit and ride with some sensibility. She seems to be a little temperamental or something, I don't know, something wrong with her. I saw her prancing on her hooves, front hooves. She was, you know, a little bit edgy. And this edginess is fine if it's a sprint race, but not for a long race where, you know, it's a stair trip or a route race, because the horse's composure and calmness is very important. She cannot, I mean, the horse cannot be all uppity tuppity and expect to win a long distance race. So something went wrong, but I am expecting better things from her if Suleiman can get her on track and make something out of her in the future. And definitely she will be the winner. Of course, those horses, they were beaten fair and square after having had 2,400 meter run to get beaten by these fellows. These two horses who had not had the benefit of a 2,400 meter run. It means they have no class at all. Those horses have no class. Just forget about them. Maximum Antibes maybe class 2, not class 1. And as for that, some people were even, those experts were talking about Christopher Wren. My God Almighty. I don't know. How do they get all these horses, Christopher Wren and all this? Christopher Wren is a third class horse. He's in class 3. I don't see him going beyond that. Maybe bottom of class 2 or something. Finally, one fine day when he matures. How can they expect these horses to do these things? I don't understand. I think horses are magician or what? So it's all silly stuff, you know, and people have to understand about horses. Anyway, if you want to know about horses, really want to understand about horses, this, that, and the other. I know many of you guys must be thinking all experts and this, that, and the other. Good for you. Okay. I appreciate you and I hope that you do well and stuff like that. But in case you want to know something, you want to really learn something from me, you want to be a part of me, you want we can go back to the race course, as I'm not well, but I need a book. If you can get me a book and give it to me, I'll tell you who the horses are, what the horses are, and so on. And my phone number is here. You'll find my phone number in this video. I'll put my page over there. One little decal or whatever I'll put over there. You can WhatsApp me, contact me, and let's try to work something out together. Because after all, if we can make something, why not? Okay. And I'll show you how to bet, how to back, and where you can be profitable, etc. Okay. All the best. Do get in touch with me. Love to see you. Love to talk to you. I love all you guys. You punters are what keeps racing going. All right. With all your thoughts on horses, etc. I love to hear that and listen to it. God bless you. Take care.